for somebody else. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be making a force field, and I actually already have what you need on screen. So we need a command block, so obviously you can't do this in survival, and if you don't know how to get a command block, you just do /give at P at A at S, whichever one you want, command _ block. Then you need a button, and technically you need really any button of your choice. Then you need a lever, then you need a sign, and then any block of your choice, but it cannot be slabs or torches. It actually has to be a full block. It fills a block. And then a I can't remember what they're called. Book and quill. Yeah, that's right. We do need a book and quill, and technically you don't actually need it. It's optional. It's just a way to write my coordinates down, since you are going to have to need coordinates. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to figure out where you want to put this. So normally I put my lever on the left and my button on the right, but it actually really doesn't matter. But and then you can put a sign above it. You don't have to, it's kind of optional, but normally I do, so I know which one. Wow, I do not know. Turn on. Oh, wait, no. That's turn off. There we go. So then you can go like that. And then these glow ink sac and red dye are actually optional. I forgot to mention them. But these, if you are in the update, if you do know, if you use the glow ink sac on them, and then use any dye of your choice, and use it on it, then you can color the and it will glow at night. So that part is completely optional. See you in the next step. Now we just want to break in between these, and I do recommend to put the button and the lever one space apart, but you don't have to. So then behind the lever, the block that the lever is on, behind it you want to place only one command block, only one. Then for the button though, you want to place 2, just like that. That's what you want to do. And then now we're going to do our coordinates. So I do recommend to start at the back right of your house, but you don't have to, but I would. So what you want to do is you want to take your block of choice and you want to build on the edge of your house. As you see, that is the edge, and you want to build up, and you want to find the 2 coordinates. You want to find 2 coordinates, the highest and the lowest point of your house. So now as you see, this is taller than my house, so this will not get interrupted. So now you want to go back, and we want to go back enough so the barriers, which we're going to be using, do not get rid of any of this. So that's why you have to go back a few, and I'm going to go back one more just to make sure. And then now we have to make sure that this, since we started on this, that means that it's going to get rid of all this wood, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go over 2. And now, now if we drop down, this is where we land. So that is good. And you want to keep this hole here. Do not remove it. Now we need to place that block back. And now what we need to do is so the block, remember how we fell we broke this block and fell. What you want to do is you want to place a block under that block and then destroy the block that you destroyed before to fall down. And then the coordinates on the top left are the coordinates you want to get. I'm going to go ahead and write them down now. As you can see, I did put them in my book. So now you can get rid of all of this. So this you do not need anymore. So now you have the first coordinate. Now, the thing is you have to go diagonal. What I mean by that is we started on this corner. That means we have to go diagonal from that, which is this corner. If, for example, you started over here, you have to go over here. You cannot go vertical or horizontal. Horizontal, not horizontal. I don't even know what that. That's not a word. So you can't go vertical. So this is vertical, up, and then this is horizontal, which is sideways. It's sideways. It follows the horizons. That's right. That's what I was looking for. So to make sure it goes diagonal. Now we're gonna, since we started on this place over here, we want to go over to this place since it's diagonal. Now what you want to do is you want to do basically the exact same thing, but we're gonna do something a little different. So we want to build up as high as we did. Now if you look at your so I'm gonna go up one more. So you can go up as high as you want because it really doesn't matter. So I can go up as high as this. But then you want to make sure that you got to remember, since we started here, we have to make sure that the logs don't get destroyed. So now I'm going to go out too. So now when we drop down, we will drop down right there. But now we have to make sure that since we started on this edge, if the barriers form here, they're going to get rid of this. So then that means we have to go over, and I'm going to go over too. So now this does not interrupt any of that. So now I want you to do the same thing and then drop down. So we land about right here. But I want you to stay in the hole and then dig down another block. This is the coordinate on the top left, is the coordinate you need to grab. So go ahead and grab it. I'll be right back. As you can see, I have wrote the coordinate. So now we have both coordinates. And by the way, you can get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. Okay, it is gone. And I do want to remind you, do not get rid of those holes. Do not. The holes that you have made, do not get rid of them. So now we want to go into this command block, the one with the lever. Well, actually the one with the one command block. I'm going to go ahead and put in the command, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you how it works. Or you can sort of copy it. Okay everyone, I am back, and this is the command. It is /fill. Now, before I say anything, do not copy my coordinates. So the -6, 11, -5, 4, 2, 6, do not copy those, because your coordinates more than likely will be different from mine. So do not copy them. Do not copy them. But this is the command. So it's /filling from those two coordinates, barriers, and then we did the 0 so we can outline. And outline means, and by the way, you have to add the 0 after the barrier, or it won't work. And the reason we did outline is because if you didn't do outline, it would destroy your whole house and just be a barrier box. And that's not what we want. We just want it around the house. So we have to do outline. And you do not change any of this stuff over here. It's completely normal. Now, those holes are going to come very in handy. So it doesn't matter which hole you start in. I'm going to start in this one. So if yours has only one block, that means that it's just a hole, like that one over here. This one's only one block deep. Then you dig down 2 blocks. If your hole has 2 blocks, then just dig down 1. Then that's it. Just dig down 1. So now you want to get the coordinates for these on the top left. I'm going to go ahead and do them. As you can see, I have written it, and it is the 3rd coordinate. And now, now we're going to go to the other hole. Now this one, if it is 2 blocks deep, I want you to put up 1 block. If it's just 1 block deep, then do not do anything. Do not do anything to the hole. Let me repeat one more time. If it is 2 blocks deep like this, place a block, and then this is what you need. But if it is 1 block deep, do not do anything. Okay, so in the top left corner, these are the coordinates that we need. So, and I'm going to go ahead and copy those. Be right back. You can see it is the fourth one that we just did. And let me remind you real quick, do not copy the coordinates. So those three numbers on the top left, do not, I repeat, do not copy those, or it will not work. It will be somewhere completely different in your world. So now we're going to go to these two command blocks, and I'm going to put in the first one for this. Okay, you may notice that this is the same as this one, and that is true. They are basically the same, but instead of barriers, we did air. Now make sure you do air, but what you want to do is you basically want to copy what you did into this one into that one. And once you did that, instead of the barriers part, you just put air. A-I-R. Now, the coordinates that we just got are going to go into this command block. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, you do not need to do anything to those, so don't worry about that. Now, what we're going to go into this command block, and I'm going to put in the command. I'll be right back. And this is the final command. So, as you can see, we actually did the same command for every single one of them. So, and if you're, now, for this command, it's a little confusing, kinda. It's not that confusing. So, as you may see the replace grass and air. So, what I want you to do is I want you to look around your base. So, as you can see, all this grass is around my base. That's the only thing that is around my base. If there's stone around your base, then do stone. If it's diamond blocks, then put diamond_block in there. But what it's doing is it's changing any air that it finds in between those two coordinates and changing it to grass. So, and I repeat, do not copy my coordinates. You have your own. But anyway, and also you need to change this one to chain and always active. And I totally forgot about this one. I said you didn't have to change it. You actually have to change it to repeat, but not always active. And now you can cover up those holes, and I'll be right back. Okay, it is now ready for testing. So to turn it on, you flick the lever, and if you do see that in the top left corner, there is a way to get rid of it. I will type the command. I'll be right back. This is the command right here to not make it send any of those. So if you do this, now if we turn it, well, okay, hang on, let me, no, okay, oh wait, that's the, dang it, I'm so sorry, that's the other command. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, I accidentally did the wrong rule. Basically, it's actually command block output, which makes a lot of sense. So now if we do this, and now if we flick this, as you see, nothing appeared in the chat. No matter what I do, nothing appears in the chat. So to turn it on, we flick the lever, and if we go outside, we see all these barriers. Now if you try to break them, as you can see, you really cannot. So I can try to escape. I can't even get to the one below it because that's how fast it does it. So nothing's getting out and nothing's getting in. So if you want to turn it off, flick the lever again and then press the button. And then if I hold the barriers, everything's normal. And that is everything. So, and it takes 3 command blocks to do it. And I just want to say, please leave a like and subscribe. It always helps me out. Anyways, I'll meet you guys in a minute. And if you are wondering how I have the the coordinates in the top left of my screen, this show coordinates one, if you turn it off, which that means that it's to the left, and then that means that the coordinates won't be on the top left. And if you turn it on, which it should be to the right, then it will have the coordinates in the top left. That's all I wanted to show you, and I want to give you thanks. Bye-bye.